Good morning. So vlog number 2, and I thought I would do a very quick house update. There's not a huge amount to talk about, to be honest. We went on the market in October, and when we went on the market it was kind of to see how things would go. It wasn't necessarily our plan to sell, just to see whether we got any interest, what was happening. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that we live in a 2 up 2 down cottage. There's not a huge amount of space, but we make do with what we've got. So we thought, well, if we can sell, it might be nice to get somewhere with at least another bedroom. We're both going to be working from home a bit more, so maybe let's look at that option. It hasn't really worked out, to be honest. You probably would have guessed that from my lack of any kind of talking about it on Instagram. Now, I haven't been not talking about it because I've been devastated, just because there hasn't been anything to talk about really. So we had one viewing, a total of 1 viewing. I'm not overly impressed, to be honest. I think that even a terrible house, you would expect to get more than that if you've got a competent estate agent. So I think that I'm quite not annoyed at the estate agent, but let's just say that I don't think we'll be going back there when we do come to sell. So that leads me on to my next point, which is that we are going to be taking our house off the market. We have decided that we are going to stay where we are. It's not a difficult decision to make, to be honest. It's something that we definitely still had on the cards even with our house on the market. So to be honest, I am very happy with the decision to stay where we are for now. We don't know where Saskia is going to be going to school. So Saskia is starting school in September and we don't know where she'll be going yet. And we don't know how she'll get on with that school. So if we stay where we are, we can see whether Saskia gets on with her school. If we love the school and she loves the school, then obviously it'll make it a nice easy decision. We will stay where we are and we'll stay in the area where we move. If we're not that bothered, then we can look further afield. So I think that's a really good option. It also means that hopefully we'll be able to afford a bit more when we do move. We've been looking on Zoopla and prime location, all these kinds of things, and at the beginning I was obsessed with it, but much less so now. But there's not really a lot out there that we want, so I think we'd be in a position, if we did sell, that we would then be looking for something and potentially compromise. It probably sounds like I'm trying to convince myself that it's a good thing, but I genuinely believe that it's a good thing that we haven't had much interest, because it's made it a very, very, very easy decision to stay where we are for the time being. So we are going to do a small amount of work on the house, not too much. We don't think we'll be staying here for more than 2 to 4 years, so there's not a huge point in doing a lot of work. But we are going to put a porch on the front, which is going to make a huge difference, because at the moment you open the living room door, you open the front door, you come in straight into the living room, which is fine, but it's going to make a huge difference to have somewhere that we can store all our coats and all our shoes. Really excited about that. Going to get new sofas, going to get a nice corner sofa. At the moment we've got a 2-seater sofa. It's such a squeeze. Can't have any guests over because there's nowhere to sit. So we're going to get a nice corner sofa and an armchair and just really do a few bits, maybe paint. We were umming and ahhing about doing the kitchen, but obviously the kitchen is such a big expense, and I feel like if we stay here for 2 years, it's probably not worth it, because with COVID and everything, it could take a year for the kitchen to get done, in which case we've only got a year. We've spent like 7 to 10k and probably haven't added that much value onto the house, because I think that yes, a brand new kitchen would be a selling point, but somebody can spend that money and do a brand new kitchen for themselves and do it to their taste. So I think we're probably going to move away from the idea of doing a kitchen, which is really sad, because all I want is a brand new kitchen. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. I'll definitely take you along for the ride. I am so excited about my porch. So excited. I've wanted it for like 4 years. We've been here 4 years and we haven't done anything. All we've done is painted the kids' bedroom, so I'm excited to invest a small amount of money. It is going to be a challenge being here. I'm back. My camera ran out of battery and cut me off. mid-flow, so that's a bit annoying. So I just charged it for a minute, tidied the kids' bedroom, and I'm back. So yeah, it is going to be a challenge staying here. The kids are only getting bigger, they require so much stuff, but it is going, I think it's, I just really feel in my gut that it's the right thing to be doing. I have this ambition that by the time I'm 30, I will be in my forever house. So I'm 26 now, 27 this year, and that gives me about 3.5 years to save up, really work on my career, stay in this house, and then by the time I'm 30, we can be in our forever house. I've spent my life as a child moving a lot, and it's so exciting moving. I loved moving as a child, not so much as an adult when you're actually buying houses and stuff. So stressful. But I just have this desire to put down roots and stay somewhere for a really long time, to have a house that Saskia and Atticus can come back to. When we moved into my mum's house when I was 17, so I was just about to head off to university, and it's never really felt like my home. It's felt like my mum's home, and it's felt like somewhere safe and all of that kind of jazz, but it's never really felt like my home. I didn't really have my own bedroom. We kind of just stay wherever we stay when we go back there, and I just want, for Saskia and Atticus, I just want them to have somewhere that they come back to, and it's their old bedroom, and they bring their kids back to their old bedroom, and we've got our ponies in the garden and our goat and our pig. Me and Saskia talk about it all the time. So yeah, that's one of my ambitions, is that by the time we're 30, by the time I'm 30, Seb won't be 30, Seb will be 32, we will be in our forever house. So Saskia will be 7. No, Saskia will be 8. Saskia will be 8. Atticus will be 6. 6. Atticus will be 6. And so it really will be the majority of their life that they spend in this house. So actually, I think that it is a really, yeah, I'm not disheartened at all. I think that we will be able to sell. I genuinely believe that everything happens for a reason, and sometimes you don't know what the reason is at the time, but to trust in fate and to trust in what's happening and make the best out of a situation. And in this case, I don't actually even think that we are making the best out of a situation. I just think that it is the best situation. I'm actually really grateful that we haven't had so much interest, we haven't had offers, we haven't had to make hard decisions about whether we will stay where we are and reject the offer, or whether we will compromise and get a mid-term house that we're only in for a couple of years. Because if we did move now and bought somewhere mid-size, sort of a 3-bedroom house rather than a 2-bedroom terrace, we would have to move in 5 years, which then means that I can't achieve my dream of being in my forever house by 30. So, and it's fine. It's fine, because you don't always have to achieve your dreams. Sometimes, what's that saying? I love it. It's like, shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, then you'll land in the stars. I love that saying, and I genuinely believe that. So it's fine if we're not in our forever house by 30, but I feel like it is a possibility. I feel like if we work really hard and we just keep going, then we will be able to get there. So I'm keeping that dream in my head, and we'll put a little tiny bit of money into this house just to spruce it up a bit, make it more pleasant for us to be living in, and then just be sensible. It's so hard on Instagram. You see all these people who are from different walks of life, different areas in the country, with these lovely houses, and you feel like you have to keep up. And I'm not saying that my house isn't lovely, but it's very dark. It's a cottage, it's very dark. We haven't done anything to it. Like, the plaster is all breaking, and all of our curtain rails have fallen down, and we haven't been able to sort of sort them out. So we've got big holes in our walls, all things like that, and the things that you don't see on Instagram. And it can feel like a lot of pressure to try and keep up with everybody, but actually, when you just think about what you have, not compared to anybody else, but just in the whole moment, and you just absorb yourself in that, it's so much easier to feel content. So that's something that I'm really trying to do, and just think, this is my baby's home, this is where I brought my babies home to, this is my first home, this is a stepping stone, and it is somewhere that I will look back on fondly, and that's really important to me. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are house-wise. I will definitely take you along for the journey of building the porch and everything else, furniture shopping, painting, all of that kind of stuff. I will bring you along. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. I was actually quite blown away with the amount of people that watched my first vlog. I think it's at 190 or something now, which is just unbelievable to me, like just little old me. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I guess that hopefully I'm just a little bit of light relief in these horrible COVID times of uncertainty, just chatting about all kinds of things. And yeah, that's just what I aim to do. I'm actually really enjoying vlogging, so it's something that I'm going to keep on doing. I am a bit late with this vlog. I did say I was going to be up a couple of days ago, but just one thing after another, so I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I think I mentioned last time that I just have no idea where I want this to go, but I'm just going to enjoy it and just do it because, so yeah, I'm just going to do it and enjoy it, and I'm loving every second. So thank you very much for following along. We've got a bit of a nothing day today. We're going to go do the food shop, and then we're going to go out. I've got a campaign that I'm shooting for that it's actually turning out to be a bit more work than I thought it was going to be, so I just really want to get that done. So yeah, that's our plans for today, and tomorrow we're going to go for a nice early walk, because honestly the days are just beautiful at the moment, aren't they? You'll see, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I just can't stop taking pictures of the sky. It's literally my favourite thing. It makes my heart sing. And I saw on Lauren Hunters and Heels, I saw on her stories a while ago that she was taking video for, actually it might have been on her grid, but she was taking video sort of all the time of her family, and she put it together at the end of the year. And I think that I'm going to start doing that, so I'm going to try and take just a minute of video every weekend, and then by the end of the year we'll have like 50 minutes of video of special occasions, and we'll be able to see how the babies have grown. And I just think it's such a lovely idea. Seb thinks that it's a load of nonsense and that I'm stupid, but it's gonna just be for me and just moments of our days. And yeah, I think it'll be really special. I love taking video, but I never really do anything with my videos. Stupid thing cut me off again. So yeah, I love taking videos, and I think that's a really good idea for how to use our videos. And now I'm gonna go before it shuts down again.